Okay, so hi everybody, welcome to our Healthy and Empowered Self-Love call. This is normally hosted by Rachel Waite, but I'm actually going to take over tonight. So my name's Natasha Mint. If you've never met me, then hi. I actually live in London. I'm 25. I'm a model and I have two businesses. Super blessed to be able to do what I want every single day. This afternoon, I spent an hour sitting in the park just simply on my own watching the world go by, and it was really amazing because I really got to take time out for myself. And as much as I've kind of been able to lately, try and be busy and keep myself productive at the same time, it's been really quite stressful. I've had a lot of outside circumstances in my life kind of try and get me down, but I've tried really hard to make sure that they don't bother me, and that I deal with them in my own way. So this call, we do it every week, and normally Rachel covers completely different topics from meditation. Rachel's amazing at leading us with meditation. Sometimes she'll basically share with us her day and how she's got through her struggles. And tonight I really just wanted to share with you my top tips to personal development and what I really have done in the last couple of years that have really made me a better person. So if you haven't got a pen and paper, now's my time to invite you to go and grab a pen and paper so you guys can make notes and just take these 10 minutes to really thank yourself for coming on the call. I want to thank you too for coming on the call. I'm so grateful that you guys have showed up here, and you didn't do this for me, as grateful as I am, you did this for you. So I really want you to all just give yourself a round of applause. Be really proud of yourself that you did something for you today, because sometimes if you're a busy mum, or perhaps you're just busy, or perhaps you just like yourself run around on other people's time, maybe you work for somebody else and maybe you don't have your own business, and sometimes it's really difficult to run on your own schedule. Sometimes I find it really difficult sometimes when I have to create my schedule, and then before I know it, it's 9 p.m. and I've not been to the gym yet. That's today. And sometimes, but that's also just life. That's how it is. So I want you to just forgive yourself. I want that to be the first thing you write down. Forgive yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's really okay to slip up sometimes, and it's okay to kind of have a bad day, and it's okay to, be somebody that isn't necessarily bossing it every day. That's completely fine. You're a human. Please forgive yourself for that. I think we're so easy to be hard on ourselves. Put out your hands if I've got everyone's camera I can see on, and I've got us recording the whole screen. So can you just put your hand up if you're really hard on yourself? If you feel like you don't boss the day, who's hard on themselves? Me, I completely whip my ass at the end of the day, and I'm like, you should have worked harder. So I just really want you to all forgive yourself. The other thing I want you to do is maybe write down this task. You don't have to do it now if you don't feel like you're in the right space. The second thing I'd like to do is just write down 3 things that you're grateful for. So 3 small things. It doesn't have to be a lot, just 3 small things. So I'll share my 3 small things. I'm just going to do them off the top of my head, so it's completely random and spontaneous. So my 3 small things are, my first thing is that I have my health. I take a fantastic product that allows me to be healthy every single day. It allows me to feel sometimes like I'm bionic, like I'm Superwoman. Some of my friends call me the Duracell Bunny because I have so much energy and I run around all the time. So I'm really, really grateful that I take an incredible product. I'm on an amazing program that allows me to be the best version of myself every day. So the second thing I'm grateful for, I would say, is my faith. I'm really, really grateful to be somebody that has faith and understanding, and I have an overwhelming peace right now, despite everything that's going on in my life. I'm so grateful that I have, faith in what I do, and that I'm blessed to be able to feel like I'm at peace when the whole world around me feels like it is going. Hands up if you've ever felt like that in your life. Please tell me it's not just me. You've ever felt like your life is just crumbling? You all put your hands up. Okay, great, cute. It's me. You ever feel like your life is just going around you, and you're sat there in the middle how am I supposed to get up tomorrow? How am I supposed to make my bed? How am I supposed to go and shower? How am I supposed to do that? And have you ever surprised yourself? Hands up if you've ever surprised yourself. You've got yourself through a day you really never thought you could get through. Everybody, again, honestly, it's crazy. So this is what's really possible. This is what's really possible when you surround yourself with like-minded people. So my third thing that I'm grateful for is the people I have around me. I would massively say my number one thing is my team. My second, I have so many different people I'm grateful for, but I'm especially going to dedicate this point to really being grateful for my team, really being, like I have a purpose, I feel like every day I get up and I look on the wall behind me, and I'm obviously not at home right now, but I look on the wall behind me and I have like a list of everybody that's in my team all over the world. I'm very blessed. I have teams all over America, all over Canada, and all over the UK. And I'm like, wow, these people, oh my gosh, I have to go to work because I have to set an example. I have to allow these people to see like what's possible, that like actually you can have a dark day and still be the light in the world. You know what I mean? So the first thing is to give yourself. The second thing is write down 3 things that you're grateful for. My third tip, I think, is to make sure that you're somebody that does something that we call the miracle morning. So the miracle morning is something that I actually absolutely swear by. I think the miracle morning is one of the best things I've ever done in my life. And if you've never heard of that, I'm just going to send a message to you, Rachel. If you've never heard of that, then write down this name, Hal Elrod. So Hal space Elrod, Elrod. So Hal Elrod, he is the author of a book called The Miracle Morning. And The Miracle Morning is available on audio, on Audible. Has anyone ever not used Audible? Anybody not used Audible? You haven't had it? Okay, Denisa, you've not used it. Great, congratulations, Denisa, because you've never used it. I'm going to send you a free invite for you to use Audible, so you get it completely free for your first month. So we're going to send you, woohoo, everybody be excited because this is really exciting, what she's going to get to do. So they're all clapping because they know how good that book is. So basically, we're going to send you, I'm going to send you like a link after this, and it's basically an invite to Audible. So Audible is an app that you can use to listen to audiobooks. So it normally costs £7 or £8 a month if you're in England. It might be about $10 if you're in Canada or the UK. And basically you get like 1 credit a month for a book. And actually what that kind of means is you're kind of getting a book for normally like a third of the price. So it's really amazing. It's like such a bargain because the book that I'm going to send to you is actually worth, I think, like £25. But because you're a first-time Audible user, you get to have that completely for free. So that's what's really amazing. So I will say this: if you are watching this back on YouTube and you have no idea what I'm talking about, you don't know what Audible is, please invite you to this YouTube link, and then they can send you to me or whoever they are if they have Audible, and we can send you a free Audible. Honestly. So The Miracle Morning is a book that I am still reading. Actually, I haven't even finished it yet. But I read 2 chapters of this book and I was like, I need that now. So it kind of felt like I was like in this situation where I didn't know what to do. Like I was like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do this Miracle Morning, but I'm going to do it anyway. And has anyone ever had anything where you've ever been so excited, you saw something and you were so excited and you didn't even really know what you were supposed to do, you like have to do it? Has anyone done that? Is it just me? Okay, everyone's done that. So everyone's done that. So basically, what I'm trying to say to you guys is it's really, really, really great to be excited by things that are, completely brand new and you have no idea what you're doing and completely clueless. Like, that's all right, guys. That's completely fine. So I just want, if you haven't ever done that, then like if you haven't ever had that, then I want you to just be completely okay with that as well, because guess what? We're all different and we're all human. And if we're all the same, it would be a very boring life. So that's my 4th tip. Or was that my 3rd tip? I can't remember. Was that my 3rd? I think that was my 3rd tip. No, my 3rd tip. So I'm going to give you guys 2 more tips and then I'm going to hand over to Rachel because Rachel's actually just jumped online. And obviously this is Rachel's call, but I wanted to get us going to be respectful of everybody's time. So yeah, thanks. Do you want to say hi? I'm on a live YouTube. Hiya! Hey there, guys. You'll see me here all the time. This is my favourite spot. Oh, fair enough. So my 4th thing that I love to do with my personal development is to hold myself accountable to somebody. So if you have never, done personal development, maybe you've never read a book to do with self-help, and that was me 2 years ago, so that's okay. Maybe you've never written down your goals. Maybe you've never imagined what your life might look like if you were given an opportunity to do anything you wanted in your life. So I want you to find somebody that could be your accountability buddy. Now, if you can't think of anybody, then I love being an accountability buddy for somebody. So I'm going to invite myself right now into your life. Hello. I'm sorry, but I'm over here. So if you've never ever had an accountability buddy, then welcome to your new accountability buddy. Ta-da! So on Facebook, I'm Tasha Minter. If you don't know me and you're watching this back as a recording, if you prefer Instagram, I'm Natasha Minter. Minter is like winter, but with an M. I would love to be your accountability buddy. We can check on in each other every day and we can say, hey, did you do your personal development today? And it's very simple, very quick. Takes less than a minute. How many people do you message on social media? Like, I'm just going to ask this question. Who here messages someone once a day at least on social media? Who here procrastinates on social media? Yep, everybody keeps hands up. So what I'm trying to say to you guys is it's okay to procrastinate, but guess what? Isn't it more amazing when you use social media to your benefit? So by having an accountability buddy, what that means is you can say to that person, hey, I want to read the Miracle Morning. I want to do the Miracle Morning. Will you hold me accountable? Will you do the Miracle Morning with me? And they go, what's the Miracle Morning? And you go, I have to tell you. And then just like hopefully somebody changed your life and somebody showed you something that would change your life for the better, hopefully you've now changed somebody else's life. And honestly, there is nothing better in the world. There is no paycheck. There is no amount of good piece of cake. There is no amount of alcohol that can give you the same feeling that gratification can when you change somebody else's life for the better. So that's my fourth thing, find an accountability buddy. Now my fifth thing is which is actually part of the Miracle Morning, but I really believe, and I swear to this day that it's the reason I am who I am to this day. So I want you all to think about some affirmations. So if you've never done an affirmation in your life, an affirmation is basically a declaration about yourself that perhaps right now you don't believe, but the idea of an affirmation is that you will believe it in the future. So 3 years ago, one of my closest friends passed away, actually 3 years ago and 3 months ago. 3 years and 3 months ago, my friend passed away and I didn't know how to deal with it. That's how I got into personal development. So I started reading a book by Tony Robbins called Unlimited Power, best book ever, changed my life. And basically this book taught me how to do affirmations. So for the last 3 years, I have said a variation of affirmations, and your affirmations aren't supposed to stay the same. They're actually supposed to change and grow with you, because as you grow, your affirmations will grow. So for example, when I met Rachel probably would have never have said that one day she'd be hosting 2 calls a week for her business. But now Rachel does that. So Rachel had to get herself to a place where she believed that. So whether she did affirmations or not, who knows, maybe she can share that with us. But for me, when I've wanted to grow in my life, when I've wanted to be someone else or someone better, I have wanted to use affirmations to help me do that. So affirmations is really, really important, and it can be really simple. I'll give you one of my favorite ones, and one I've said for 3 years. And this has been my groundbreaker, people, I'm telling you. So people ask me all the time, oh my gosh, you're so positive. And people always said about me, Tasha's the most positive person. Like now they say, Tasha's the most positive person I've ever met. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, have you met Natasha? Wow, she's crazy. She thinks good about everything. I love the way she thinks about life. I never used to be like that. Never. If you ask my friends 7 years ago that know me, or you ask my family who've known me all my life, I never used to be like that. And 3 years ago, when I was I hate to use the word depressed, but I was really depressed about my friend passing away. I wanted to be the person that everybody would love to be around. I wanted to be the person that people were happy to see every single day. I wanted to be the person that put a smile on people's face. So this was my affirmation. If you want to be that person, hands up if you'd like to be that person. Would you like to be that person? It's such a great feeling. Honestly, congratulations. You're going to feel great every day. So the affirmation is, I am the most positive person people have ever met. It's really simple. That's it. And that's been one of my number one affirmations. I've said that one. Some of my affirmations have changed over the years, but that affirmation has never changed. Never. And I'm going to share one other affirmation with you, because I really think this one is really powerful. And I've said this one for at least a year and a half. This one's a longer one, so I'll send this to you guys as well after if you need it. But it's basically, I am more than I appear to be. All of the world's strength and power rests inside of me. So I am more than I appear to be. All the world's strength and power rests inside of me. And that is actually from a book, one of my favorite books, top 5 books, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. When I read that book, it did so much good for me inside that I created my own affirmations from that book. I was so inspired. So to review on my 5 top tips for personal development before we go to Rachel, and she's going to finish off the call for us. My top 5 are: 1, forgive yourself. Sorry, I should do it like this, shouldn't I? 1, forgive yourself. 2, write down 3 things that you're grateful for. 3, read the Miracle Morning and do the Miracle Morning. 4, accountability buddy. 5, affirmations. So I really hope this has shared. I really hope this has helped you guys in some way, shape, or form. I absolutely loved being on this call and spontaneously stepping up. I don't know where that came from. I'm very blessed that I'm gifted with a spontaneous gift of the gab sometimes. So I'm going to hand over to Rachel, who's just going to give you another 10 minutes of wisdom. I'm sure she's going to have lots to share with you. So Rachel, thank you so much for having me.
Okay, hi everyone, and thank you for coming on and watching this, even if you're just watching it back. And obviously a huge thank you to Tasha. I always love listening to what Tasha has to say. She's one of these people who just brings the energy and just really inspires you whenever she speaks. I love her top tips. These are like things that I really live by as well. I've actually read The Morning Miracle too, and without sounding cheesy, I think actually quite a lot of the team would probably agree. Without personal development and without the community we've built through Healthy and Empowered, we probably wouldn't have got through a lot of the things that we've actually been through today. I know something happened to me quite recently that I kind of just wanted to bring up, and it really reflects how much personal development can change your mindset as a person. Another tip that I'd really like to add, though, to that list is the importance of like visualization. So we are huge believers of vision boards. Like, we have so much fun. We all get together and we get our scissors out, we get looking through the magazines, and we really visualize how we want to see our lives. Because without a vision, you can't then start to you can't start out what other people might want from you as well. And with vision that you can add value to in their lives, then how are you supposed to work towards, your vision? Well, I've got, just spin the camera around, I've got all of these popping up on my complete day when I sort of wake up and have a look. I'm reminded of why it is that I do the things that I do. I've even got, cute little positive reminders. Look at this, look. I love you from my head to my toes, tomatoes. And then and a little bit of like a reminder of who I am. And I always remember Tasha saying to me, she said that you're not normal. And I was like, hey, what? Trying normal is, and how, like, who to be and how to be that person. And then she actually, since that we're all unique and we're within us the power to take action and take control of life. So what I really want to get off my chest talk about is how I find life sometimes you most expect to support you can sometimes be the first to be shall we say and that is always a really difficult thing to confront life. But I think sometimes these people do it because it's easier to tell somebody that you love and care about what it is that you're thinking, and potentially upset I guess. I was recently told by somebody that I am really close to, a family member actually, that I could never succeed with Healthy and Empowered because I was not healthy and empowered as a person, and therefore I couldn't possibly empower other people. He said that I'm fat and overweight, I was a waste of space and a waste of time. I was a waste. My life was a waste because he was trying to say, you have more potential. He's saying that I was a waste. He said, when my mum stood up for me, off. Then told that they said I didn't realise Rachel was deranged. And and does she have out? And this negativity, this hate, what? And my natural reaction was to stop. I'm intelligent, strong. I'm on the road to being healthy. Incredible woman who knows my own mind and knows enough to know that I said this to him, that you are rude, offensive, and it kind of breaks my heart that, because weirdly I would hate and be offended, which is crazy, but that's just the heart that I have. So I ran away. I was like running from my problems. And this team, my mentors, Tasha, Becca, and Naomi, and I reached out to the team, Jenny, everyone on this call basically was just sort of surrounding me with love. And I started doing my affirmations again. And I really think if I hadn't been doing the Miracle Morning, I would have literally just done what I usually do, which is just like hide. Like if somebody had said all of this to me this time last year, I probably would have I'm on medication for my anxiety. I would have just been like, oh, I would have hid in a hole. But instead, I was reminded that actually this person is wrong. This person is so wrong. People just by being me. And I think it's so important to remember your worth, like every single day. Write down a list of the things that you're grateful for, and also the small successes that you have achieved that day, and to stop focusing on your past and start looking at your future. So I also this week I just quit my job. Like I quit my job and it was my final day this week. Yay! So I can now start working on the business full time. And although I might not be seeing everything I want to see right now, I'm loving the direction that I'm heading in. And so this to me was because I felt like I wasn't on the right path anymore, and I needed to get back on the right path. And I guess the moral of all of this is just self-belief. And I know that I definitely wouldn't have had this level of self-belief if it wasn't for doing these things that Tasha's already mentioned, the visualization boards, the reading up on other people's motivation and tips. And if I hadn't have built myself up mentally, I would have just plummeted. And there's this thing that we refer to as success tax. I don't know whether people have heard of this, but when you seem to be getting in the right direction, if you feel like you're sort of on the road to achieving something, then it feels as though everything in the universe is just trying to like take you down. Like that is how it feels. And I feel like this was success tax because for once in my life I had stood up and said, enough is enough, right? I am worthy of my own self-love. I am worthy of my own choices, my own decisions, my own mistakes. God damn it. We were talking about this a couple of weeks ago, weren't we? Where we were saying that how lucky are we? How lucky are we to have the opportunity to even hold a phone in our hands? How lucky are we to have the opportunity to get into debt? Yes, that's a negative thing. But the fact that we have that choice as opposed to having nothing and no one around us. I've spoke to women who were trapped inside houses where they can't get out and they're not allowed bank accounts because they live in Saudi Arabia, and that's not what women do. Okay. So we were so blessed to be born where we're born, even if our circumstances have been really tough. Just look at what you have, and that has surely got to be a reminder enough that you have got purpose. And if you don't feel like you've got purpose, then please just turn to the person next to you, like that little child that you might be looking after, or your best friend, and and look at the way they smile at you, or a stranger in the street. Just by smiling at them, that can brighten up their day. That is part of your purpose. And this entire journey is literally, it's a road to finding who you are and creating the best version of yourself that you can possibly become, because you deserve that. And so I have no idea where I was going with all of that. But this is what we do. We start talking from the heart, and then it just goes whoo. But I'm just so I feel like a weight is being lifted just talking to you about this, and I really hope that other people can kind of take something from this, because life isn't always easy, and you know, people can try and get you down, but you know, nothing changes if you stay in your comfort zone. And if you dwell on what other people say, basically comparison is a killer of dreams, isn't it? So yeah, that's what I was getting at. So all of these roadblocks are hitting me. Success tax is happening. If you're a religious person, I always remember one of my mentors explaining to me about how it's the enemy who is trying to bring you down. And so I'm driving home, and I have a bird sat in the middle of the road. I almost killed this bird. I was like, no! So then I ended up being like, oh God, like everything was happening. I think I stalled my car, and this guy swearing at me. I was like, no. So I literally looked to the universe. I do have, like, the universe has your back cards. And I said, oh my God, like, please, just look after me. I was like praying. I was just like, this is success tax. This is because I am taking back control of my life. I'm taking back control of my business and who I am. And all of this stuff's being thrown at me. And honestly, I looked up at these traffic lights, and the van in front of us, I could see one bullet point, and it said at the top, it said, be more. Right, and my brain was like, light bulb moment, be more. Like, this is what Healthy and Empowered is about. It's about pushing who you are as a person, to find who you are as a person, like being more for yourself, and that in turn leads to being more for your family. And the next bullet point, this is like a slogan on a van, it said deliver more. And I was like, deliver more? Like, this is what we're always saying. Like, add value to other people's lives and deliver more. The next bullet point, it said expect more. And it's so true. Like, I know they were clearly talking about postage, but but I was sat there and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, this is a sign. Like, you need to open up your eyes and look around you. Like, be more open-minded to other people's opinions, but also to the signs that you see around you. And instead of just being like, oh, that's a cute little slogan, actually maybe share it with people or take it on board, you know. And yeah, expect more. I thought, when you start changing things, yes, have that vision. Start expecting it. Start expecting the good things to come into your life. Because if you're constantly expecting the bad things to happen, the bad things will happen. It's all about the energies that you're creating and putting out there. And then, believe it or not, okay, Morrison's van goes past, and it said something like, makes success. And I was like, ha 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 ha. So be more, deliver more, expect more, make success, and then freshly clicked. Okay, Tesco. And I'm like, yeah, clicking, you know, Healthy and Empowered, social media. And then I went past another board. This is all, honestly, it's in the space of like 2 seconds. I went past this other board, and it said fake friends. Fake accounts make fake friends. And I was like, well, this is true. You've got to be so careful on the internet. And I know a lot of people, you know, would just completely to what we have to say to them. And that is why showing who we really are as people on our social media pages, and really just reaching out to people with the intention of like literally just love and adding value, it really, really matters, because then they are getting to know you as a person, and to realize that actually we're not here for anything other than building a community. And even if people don't want to join our team, be a part of our health plans, things like this, which is mad. I don't understand that. No, I do. No, I really don't. It's because we're still there as real people, that they feel like they can still trust us because they know us. So this was like my crazy light bulb moment. I spent all day yesterday just looking after myself, chilling in my pajamas. I did my nails. Look at my nails. remember to take 5 minutes for yourself, even if it's just once a day, you know, or hopefully you can do it a couple more times a day. I know Jenny, you really inspired me. I couldn't believe that she was getting up at half three in the morning just to be able to focus on her business. That is dedication to herself, to her family, to her future, right? I'm not saying get up at 3 in the morning, but the miracle morning is literally all about finding time for yourself to work on the things that are going to develop your mindset and develop you as a person. So yeah, I'm really happy that you chose to watch this and to listen to me talk tonight. And of course, Tasha, and I want to just say a huge thank you for coming on. If you've been, I don't know, touched, inspired, if you have any questions, or if you just want to get in touch and say hi, then feel free. We actually have Zoom calls coming and going all week. Some of them we record, some not all the time. So it's great to just get in touch with one of the health mentors. And check us out on Facebook. My name's Rachel Waite, and I'm 24. Yay. And then we just love to chat, as you can tell. So, right, I am just going to see if anyone else wants to add anything, and then just end the call. Anyone?
Bye, guys. Thank you so much for joining. We'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.